Hello, Paco. Mahalo for everybody showing up. I'm a beneficiary, and I'm a student at the University of Hawaii at Hilo. And I want to get 3-4 things clear before I move on with my conversation. One, I'm shocked that no kids are here to witness what's going on. We're going to be updated in these kind of events that's so dramatic right now and so important to our communities. And I should advise that we should be getting more teens out here, community members to be pulling out, because there's less than half filled out the seats. I'm working a little more harder on that. Number two, mahalo for you guys standing with Standing Rock, but we have some beneficiaries up there on Pasan Kenny, Omalo, Mikey, and Didina. They're up there in support with the support letter from the State Hawaiian government. And the mediation for Ho'oponopono, I'm a student that got arrested on Mauna Kea, violated, and now we're being targeted from the university, and Governor Ige making special calls over here, claiming to be community members, and to trick us to come to get to some meetings for our OHA, which you guys need to go and check out. That's for solidarity for Mauna Kea. The community came together, put up 2 OHAs, one at HEC and one at the University of Hawaii at Hilo, and I know that there's one in Manoa. Basically, identity, right? We're down to identity, and that's the things that's going to bring these things back. And OMK, they got an F for failure, for trying to manage our Mauna. They didn't have enough community support to move forward with that. And I hope you guys learned the lesson that we all need to be on this boat, because right now, everybody's making special deals, and the deals are not coming through the beneficiaries for our community. So I'm here standing on behalf of the beneficiary, the communities, and the university students that were not here or not being able to make this meeting. And the ad hoc committee, committee, I should be a part of it because I'm a University of Hawaii at Hilo student. I was arrested and violated, and I feel like everybody else is being a part of this board are in it for the wrong intentions, if not, don't know what's going on, and clearly taking money from sides that they don't understand what the position is. And so I can get to the education. Since education was one of you guys' top 6 missions, I believe that the beneficiary should have loan forgiveness process that should be already up and running, because the more in depth we're going, America's only giving out credits and loan that means nothing to us, and obviously we're getting into more depth and more trouble with it. So I think this is late signature with our beneficiaries and our funds to exempt and start learning, and not learning, but applying these kind of funds and managing these trust funds, because this is ridiculous. The education that we're getting, we talk about drugs, yeah? Drugs is like tier 3. We didn't get to the right education in the first place. So with the proper education, knowing that we're not Americans, then we can move forward and not try to cope it up with some other drugs, right? So we get to help each other out in that kind of aspects, because right now, we're just coping with whatever we can. And then now we're trying to tell people, go to a rehab program. The rehab program would not exist if the truth doesn't even come to light. So with that much stated, I think, BISAC is a great thing, but at the same time, we have to be proactive about it, bring forth the right education, the right information, and to have the right identity be installed. Because if you guys wasn't aware, you guys see the 2 separate flagpoles that are up here, down at the university and down at ACC. Mahalo Ke'akua community and all the beneficiaries who was a great effort in that. And that's the start of a new beginning, right? The identity. We're talking about a whole lot of things, but identity is a big crisis that's been going on right now. We have the Na'i Aupuni coming up, right? Everybody wants to be Indians, everybody wants to be Americans, but that flagpole came up because we're Aboriginal descendants from the Kingdom of Hawaii. So these things are very, very important and dear to my heart, because I come from Haleo Keawe, and now I'm here in the forefront fighting on all these issues, and I see that the university is a big obstacle that we have to overjump. And because of this, we're being targeted for speaking the truth, saying that we're Hawaiian nationals, that we're not what you guys claim us to be. And now we're here fighting these issues that we shouldn't be fighting. We should be gathering around each other and holding more of these kind of things, yeah? Because we can jump all over the place, but without the right proper identity, then we're just shortchanging everybody who came before, the children that's coming up now. I'm a proud father now, so I'm going to fight even more harder, right? So you guys are going to see me a little bit more than you guys usually do. And I mean, it's just going to keep on getting this way. So right now, we're working with the part of the Beneficiary Trust Council. We're a 501c3 nonprofit. We're working with all 6 districts up in Moko Keawe, and we have a census that we need to start managing our beneficiary trust as a council And so we're looking forward, as we're moving forward with some PHHL and communities to go up and start reforesting, start restoring and stewardship of Mauna Kea. Because it's a very huge task, and I know everybody's been trying to put in their all, but your all has been short. So I think we have to expand this to a little bit more, like how you guys took the urgency of Moku. We need to do the same thing up here, right? So sometimes you guys show up, sometimes you guys don't. You need to be up here at least one time every quarter. That's not too much, maybe 4 times a year. Mauna Kea is a big issue, and this ad hoc committee needs to be addressed with the beneficiaries and each district, yeah. So you guys kind of just handpick everybody, because OMK, they got an F this year on top of that thing. So we have to move forward, coming at this like an educational perspective, and as most humbly as I can, but at the same time I'm frustrated at all of these mismanagement and this fraudulent case trying to rubber stamp its way through, and people are still being targeted, discriminated, and basically running into a racist system. So we need to pull each other on these big issues, because right now, all these things that's coming up, Governor Ige, talking about our owl over here, which is in solidarity for this desecration, we need to start seeing how we can move forward and not having Governor Ige making special phone calls threatening Hawaiian national students about identity and telling us that the flag cannot be upside down because it's a disrespectful thing. In a time of occupation and distress, the upside down flag shows an international sign of distress that's taking place amongst us, right? Spiritually, physically, and mentally. So I feel like today we got to hear some feedback, but we'll need more documented and posted out for everybody to see. Because right now we have a lot of stress going on. There's a lot of big concerns and issues that our kupuna needs to be dealt with, especially our housing, which our elite trusts are supposed to manage these things. They're supposed to be in contact for our kupunas, for our kikis, for our education, and the beneficiaries at most hand should be addressing all these issues openly in a public meeting like this, but with more kikis and elders and community members here. So with that being said, I guess one of the community members reached out to some of you guys on the board. I think he said you guys have $50,000 that you guys would like to support to the Ko'akia'i pilot program to start stewarding and reforestation and stewardship, reforestation, and restoration of Mauna Kea. So I just would like to, see if that was true, that you guys had some discretionary funds that would help propel this endeavor, which the beneficiaries are going to spearhead for the betterment of our community and to the 1921 Hawaiian Folks Commission Act. Ready? You guys got some answers? No?
Well, I think what Kepa, how long ago was this whole with Governor Ige?
Well, they rejected it. When we brought it up, they rejected it, and that's why we're moving forward with more punishments, right? Because we went to a traditional practice where we could gather together and have a common ground and we could move forward, but we don't. So I think for that whole pono, I think we need to call in like a neutral party. Maybe Kepa Morgan was a great, he had some great, I guess a great format to produce. I guess the Mario leader, right? It helps dialogue from an indigenous Aboriginal point and a scientific point where we can both work together and not shout and scream over the table. Because the island is the main objective that we need to perpetuate. And if we're just going to be taking and stacking our team with state agencies and alphabet soups, then basically the community is just going to be coming out in a different fashion. And we have to be proactive about these kind of things. Yeah? And Ho'oponopono was denied. So that's why we're here at the contested case again.
Who were you talking with, the governor?
Well, the administration, the student administration, she contacted us, telling us that we had community concerns, so we went to the meeting for community concerns. It actually was coming from Governor Ige's office, threatening us to remove these ahus and manage our flags better. So we've been getting harassed and discriminated from Governor Ige all the way down to administration, and we don't have, this is not a safe work environment. Stressful, target on your back. You can't beat them out of that.
Yeah, I will follow up on that. I just want to be clear, OHA is not working with Office of Mauna Kea Management.
Right.
what we were informed of, and actually our staff had brought it to DLNR's attention, is that their administrative rule was long overdue, and they refused to do it. So after the whole Mauna Kea, the Office of Mauna Kea Management came up a couple months ago saying, okay, we're done. And what we're saying is, no, that's not good enough. So, you know, right now we're not even entertaining them. We're just reviewing their whatever their draft rules are. But we're not working at all with Office of Mauna Kea Management. I think some of the issues we have, because you're not the only one, but that's really up to Trustee Ahuna's committee to consider whether or not reaching out to beneficiaries or.
And I would like to be part of the ad hoc committee for sitting at the table free. This concerns our Kuliana, which is our natural resources and management. So I would love to be on top of that board, receive an invite, or however you guys manage these things, and I'll be there on the first flight or whatever it should be.
And then the other one, the 50,000
The Koakeri pilot program, which is steered by the Beneficiary Trust Council, 6 districts, Kupuna, Kaniwahine, Mafua, Kaniwahine. So we have a census around the whole Mokokeawe, and we need to have some support that comes from directly from our beneficiary discretionary funds, so we can move forward with this program as soon as possible for better stewardship and management of the Mauna Kea. So, and this, you know, I don't know if you guys, if you guys ever heard it, because it came through us through Dr. Hilo said that some people all over the board has discretionary funds to go ahead and help a project that's so significant like this that's developing our beneficiary or stewardship programs. So that's why I brought this up forward, so we could go ahead and manage this, together.
Yeah, we're going to have to follow up. Right? Who follow up on that? Or at least bring it up for discussion with the ad hoc committee. Okay. Thank you.
Kuki Arimana.